Hello, friends. How are you? Can you believe that this is the last of the teaching sessions that I am going to be doing as part of this marketing process in digital marketing blueprint? I cannot believe that we have got to week 4 on module 8 already. Do you see how fast the time goes? Now, of course, I am going to still be available in the group and over the next 5 months, helping you and doing Q&As. And as you start to put everything I'm teaching into practice, I'm definitely going to be there to support you. But the fact that I can teach this part of the process in basically 8 modules over 4 weeks really does show how simple the process is and how most people simply overcomplicate it. But whenever you know what you're doing, as we do know what we're doing in Sculpted Vegan, because we're making a lot of money, it's very, very easy to do this kind of training and make it very, very simple. They always say that the best teachers can make things simple, if not simpler. And that's one thing I want you to keep in mind as you are creating your content, that the simpler you can make things, the better, because then people are more likely to get the results. So today we are going to, I'm going to teach you how to create and edit a sales video. I do have quite an extensive PDF download for you today, which sums up all of the information I'm going to teach you, because I do know these sessions go very, very fast whenever I'm teaching, but I do always sum everything up in a PDF, and we have loads of examples for you. We have loads of video scripts that you can use as templates for your own. We have loads of everything. So, and then of course, whatever resources you find that you're missing during the process of going through and creating your launches, we will absolutely give you access to anything that we have inside our company as well, for anything that you need, and give you all the help that you need to make sure that you have a very successful launch. So let's talk about videos. So recording a sales video is something that most people find very, very daunting, because they're just not used to seeing themselves on camera. They're not used to presenting to camera. It's just not something that many of us have ever done. And you know how you kind of feel whenever you hear yourself back. So someone say recorded you with a video camera and then you hear yourself back. I think we're more used to it now with the advent of iPhones. A lot of us are used to recording videos, all the time and then hearing themselves back. But I remember whenever we were young, my dad he was always a bit of a technology freak. And he had like the first Motorola iPhone, or the first Motorola phone that was ever, released. It was like a brick. And I remember us being really excited because you could make calls anywhere in the UK, it was crazy. And he also had one of the first ever home video cameras. So it was, he had this massive big camera that looked like something you would use in a film studio, and it used to sit on his shoulder, and then he used to have to carry over his shoulder this bag basically, and it basically had a full-size VCR in it, because you recorded directly onto a full-size VCR tape. I don't, you guys are hopefully old enough to remember those, the big tapes, and this went into it, and so that recorded directly from there to there. There were loads of leads and everything. It was one of the very early recording equipments. And I remember he used to record us all the time. We have so many videos from we were born, we were little girls, all of those childhood memories. It's lovely to have. And he was very vigilant about getting it out and recording. He used to record everywhere. And so, but my point is, I remember hearing myself back at the time. He used to record us, and then we used to put it on the TV and we used to watch it back whenever we were little girls, my sisters and I. And I remember hearing myself on camera and just being like, oh my God, do I sound like that? Hearing the sound of your own voice was hard. And I know that a couple of people I've coached in the past, like family members or friends who have helped to get, their online businesses up and running, the hardest thing that they find is hearing themselves on camera. But my top tip for this is you should record yourself as often as possible and watch your videos back, because you just become used to hearing yourself. Also, like I'm sitting at my desk here recording this content, and I'm recording it on my computer, and there's a little green light there right beside the camera. So of course I can see myself on the screen, but I'm not looking at the screen. I'm actually looking at the camera, and I'm just ignoring all the comments that are coming up and anything else that's happening. And I'm just focusing directly on this green light, because I know that you are behind the green light. So the green light for me really is representative of the people watching. And I now, whenever I look at the lens of a camera or look at the light on my computer, that's why it looks like I'm looking directly at you, because if I was looking at myself on the screen, I would be looking here, but I'm not looking at myself on the screen. I'm looking at the green light, so that it looks like I'm looking directly at you. So, so why am I even telling you this? Because recording yourself or making a really good sales video, like anything, is just all about practice. You just have to get really, really good. I'm not sure what to do with my ponytail here, by the way. That's why I keep pulling it around. I'm not used to wearing a ponytail. I'm used to putting my hair in a bun or keeping it down long. So let me put it up in a bun, actually. So recording yourself or getting really good at making sales videos or making any kind of videos really is just about recording yourself as much as possible. That's why I had you do the Q&As in the beginning as well, and why I want you to continue to do the Q&As, because as you do those Q&As and you watch yourself back, especially when no one's watching, people are like, oh, it's awful because I don't know who I'm talking to. No one's watching. It's good that no one's watching because you get to make all the mistakes without anybody watching. And I want you to but part of the reason why I had you do the weekly Q&As in your group was so that you would get really, really good at recording and really good at talking to the camera and really comfortable with talking to the camera. Because now if someone takes a photograph of me, because I've been photographed so much in my job and with the Sculpted Vegan, if someone takes a photograph of me, I literally just strike a pose. I know how to do I know how to smile for a camera. I know how to do an open mouth smile. I know how to do a closed mouth smile because I practiced in the mirror loads. It's not narcissistic to practice. It's an art. I've recorded so many videos, so many interviews. I've done so many Q&As. I've listened to my voice so many times. It's just super comfortable for me to do this now. And I can do it in front of people. I wouldn't care who was watching me because it's just what I do. I've become super practiced at it. So I guess one of the things I would say is if you want to build a successful business where you are front facing, you have to be good with talking to the camera. If you cannot get over yourself, if you cannot develop this skill, you are not going to be successful. So that is the secret to becoming really, really good with being on camera, is to practice loads and loads and loads. Okay, so let's get into the actual content today. I'm just going to pull it up here on my phone. I do have it here. I do have the PDF open here, but I'm not going to read from the PDF because I think sometimes then people get distracted reading from the PDF and they're not actually listening to what I'm saying because they're too busy reading, and it's very hard to do two things at the same time. So I will use it for demonstration purposes if I need to. Let me go in here and pull this up. I just need to go into recents. That's a little tip for you if you're going into your Google Drive folder. Go into recent and pull up the document you're working from. I'm really sorry. Oh my God, I just yawned. It's like, are we boring you, Kim? No, I'm sorry, you're not. I have just had a really long day and been up early. So apologies. I just had a big yawn there. Okay. So what is the evolution of how I've recorded my videos and how I can do it so well now? In the beginning, I literally just held up my iPhone, talked into my camera and recorded a video. In fact, one of our most successful sales videos in the beginning was me sitting in the car about to go into the gym. I had my cup of Starbucks because I was actually early for the gym. And I just pulled out a video and recorded it for 12-week. I think it was we had just released 12-week shred meal plans. And so I just pulled out my camera phone and I just said, hey, it's Kim Constable. I'm just sitting in the car here about to go into the gym. I've got my cup of Starbucks, but I just wanted to tell you about a 12-week shred program that we have just launched, which is going to get you phenomenal results. And I just talked a little bit about the program. Now, it took me about I'm sure 10 goes to record it. I got halfway through. I was like, oh shit, I had to start again. And then I said something and I was like, oh shit, I had to start again. So, but the more I did it, the more I just, stopped it and started, because I knew I had to get it in one go. So every time I made a mistake, I just started again, did it from the beginning. And so it became, once I got to about the 10th go, I was just flying through it. And so that is how we did some of the really early videos, and they worked actually really well. We still do them now in the company. We still do off the cuff. I'm just sitting at my desk. I'm just here about to go into the gym. This is me in my natural habitat, natural environment, making a video for you. That does work, but you have to be, if you're going to do it that way, you have to be really good, really snappy, really concise. You have to be good at getting to the information directly. without waffling. And, you know, because the mistake that people make whenever they first start making a video is they start talking and they talk far too much and people just get bored. So one of the secrets to creating a really good sales video is you should not actually be talking to the camera with no other animation or movement or stock footage coming in for more than about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds maximum. And so you're going to see what I mean, because I'm going to show you a couple of examples in a second. But basically, your finished video should have loads of animation, loads of movement. It needs to keep the viewer's attention. If you just talk to the camera and you're just here and I'm Kim Constable and I'm talking and whatever, it becomes super boring and people just automatically, their minds start wandering and they start switching off. Unless you're punching them and hitting them and being super animated. That's why whenever I do live videos on, say, Facebook or Instagram, I, will deliver some really hard information and then I'll do something crazy and I'll laugh and I'll be like, oh my God, you're like, or I just interrupt them all the time just to keep people's attention. Because otherwise, if you're very deadpan and delivering information like this, and especially if you're very softly spoken and you're just talking to the camera and you're telling them about this wonderful program that you have, and oh, let's talk about the meal plans, and they're so long, people just get bored, right? You can only keep someone's attention for a maximum of 2 minutes, and never if you're just talking to the camera. 2 minutes is the maximum you're going to keep someone's attention for if you have a super well-produced, highly animated video. And so you should never actually be talking directly to the camera for more than 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm going to show you what I mean by this in a minute. Otherwise, your reader will just get bored, or your viewer will just get bored. So what then happened was that's how I used to record my first videos. And then I hired a phenomenal video editor who worked for the company as creative director for 2 years. He's now moved on, but we're still very good friends. And I hired him to make the videos. So I would basically I found Ryan, my current creative director, he was a great videographer, and I contacted him and I said, can we shoot some footage, and I'm going to send that footage then through to my video editor and he's going to create the video. So that is how I started off doing videos. Well, the first thing that I did was I went round and I looked at different sales videos that I could find. And you can go and see people's sales videos, by the way. If you go to their Facebook pages, and then any business Facebook page, and you go to, I can't remember exactly where it is that you go. I think it's creatives or assets. You go to assets. So there'll be a tab on their Facebook page called assets. If you go in there, you'll be able to see any of the ads that they're currently running and view their videos. And so I just spent ages looking at different sales videos and seeing what I liked and what I didn't like, and why did this one work for me and why did this one not work for me. And if a video ever came up that made me click on it, I looked at, why did this make me click on it? Why was this good? Why was this bad? You just have to become like a detective, like figuring out, what is it that you like and don't like, and what works for you, and why is something good and why is something not good, and then just go out and try it for yourself and just figure shit out. So that's what I did in the beginning. I would have Ryan, my creative director, my current creative director, I would have him film the content. We would send all of the content off to Mark in London, and Mark would create my sales videos. And that was the way we did it for a long time, until Mark decided that he wanted to give launching his own online company a shot. And so he left to go and do that. And then Ryan took over as creative director, and he now records the videos and makes the videos. And we still have phenomenal videos. Mark, obviously, Mark's main skill set was making videos. He wasn't, I think he did have a lot of experience in the past with shooting as a director, but Ryan loves to shoot. Mark loves to create. Ryan is also very, very good at creating. So it was kind of the perfect mix, but now it still works really well with having Ryan working for us full time. So what else have I written here? Okay, so there's two main ways that you can record a sales video. I have done both. I've now moved to the second way, which I find works better for me, but you may find the first works better for you. You just have to play around with it and see what works. So the first way you record a sales video is you write down all of the questions that someone would have about your program and answer them in an off-the-cuff style recording. This is basically like doing a Q&A inside your video. The aim is to give as much information as possible so your editor has a lot to work with. The more content you have, the easier it will be. So when you're recording this, so basically what I used to do was I would write down all of the questions, and I've given you examples here. Things like, who is the program for? What problem does this program solve? How long is the program? What kind of results can I expect? Do I need to have any previous experience to do this program? What is included in the purchase? Is there any support? What happens after I purchase? How soon do I get access? What happens after the program ends? Where do I go to purchase? All of these different things. I would basically make it, I came up with this formula because I thought if someone was asking me questions about the program, if I was saying, oh my God, I've just come up with this amazing idea for this program, Digital Marketing Blueprint. Well, what is the first question that someone would ask you? They would say, oh, what is Digital Marketing Blueprint? And so I would say, well, it's a program that, and then I would start, where it's a program where I'm going to teach online entrepreneurs how to create and launch a program in 168 days. And to have a $100,000 launch in 168 days. And then someone might say, wow, that sounds amazing. How are you going to do that? And then I would say, well, I'm going to be, I've teamed up with my marketing director, Vanessa Vega, and over 6 months, I'm going to teach exactly how to market. And then Vanessa is going to teach Facebook ads, and the whole thing is going to come together to create the perfect marketing mix. And so if you think about it, just imagine you were explaining your program to somebody who had never heard of it. What would the natural follow-on questions be that they would have after you started explaining it? And that forms the basis for your video. So once I started doing this, because it used to be in the beginning, I would just talk about the program, and I would just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And then, and Mark would then, we would send all that footage through to Mark, and he would run through it and pick out bits that he thought would make a good video. I would send him maybe sometimes 30 to 40 minutes worth of me talking, and he would condense all that down into a 1 to 2 minute video. But it was really good to have all of the different all of that footage, because sometimes Mark will take one word from a sentence I've said and put it into another word, or put this sentence and this sentence together to make it sound like one sentence. So the more content he has, the better. Of course, whenever he's doing this, there's stock footage running over the top of my voice. So you're not actually seeing me, you're just hearing my voice. This is what a good video editor can do. So then I realized that rather than me just talking and talking and talking, what about if I wrote out questions and some answers to the questions? That would help to formulate my thoughts better. And then I could have Ryan, my video editor, ask me the questions, and then I could answer them as if I was answering to him. So then this is the way we did it for a while too. This is kind of became a process. So he would then ask me the question. He would say, okay, Kim, what is Digital Marketing Blueprint? So he would say, what is Digital Marketing Blueprint? And I would look at the camera, take a pause and say, Digital Marketing Blueprint is a one-of-a-kind program. It basically, and then I'd be like, oh shit, no, hang on, did it wrong. And then I go, okay, start again. Digital Marketing Blueprint is a one-of-a-kind program. I'm going to teach entrepreneurs how to create a $100,000 launch in 168 days or less. So I would just answer it directly to the camera. And then he would ask, and then I would say, hang on a wee minute, I have something else to say. And then I would say something else about it and something else about it. And I would write notes, and he would read me the notes to prompt me. And I would think about it. And that's how we recorded our videos for ages. And so he would ask me the question, then I would answer the question directly to the camera. And the more I did this, the easier it became. Then that morphed into a different process where what we did was I started to write a script. Okay. And Ryan then would read me the lines of the script, and I would repeat them back to the camera. So Ryan would say, let me get a script here. Ryan would say, I have loads of script examples for you here, by the way. So he would say to me, okay, so this is menopause, for example, menopause sales video. I've written the script here. So Ryan would be standing there behind the camera, and he would say, in menopause, did you know that the body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? And I would say, in menopause, did you know that the body diverts more fat to fat store on purpose? And then I'd be like, oh no, I said it wrong. Hang on. Okay, so he would read it again. In menopause, did you know that your body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? So I would go again. In menopause, did you know that the body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? And then I pause and I go to the camera, and Ryan reads me the next line. So the middle-age spread you're experiencing isn't actually your fault. And I go, so the middle-age spread you're experiencing isn't actually your fault. And I pause, and I still continue to look at the camera to keep the connection. And he reads me the next line. It's simply your body's way of trying to keep your estrogen levels high. And I say, it's simply your body's way of trying to keep your estrogen levels high. And then he reads me the next line. Do you see how that works? So he basically reads it, but he's going to edit out him speaking. And he's just going to keep the bits where I speak directly to the camera. Now, the secret to doing this is you have to be really good at animating single sentences. So you have to be really good at saying, so the middle age spread you're experiencing, and then pausing with the up tilt on the end of the sentence while he reads you the next one. And then you say, isn't actually your fault. And then he reads the next one. Do you see what I mean? So this worked really, really well for us for a while. And the best part about doing it this way was that I could do an entire read through, and then Ryan would use that read through. He would just take the audio out of that read through and insert it over different parts of the video to pull it all together. So I would just, reading it here, do a read through with the microphone on, and I would say, in menopause, did you know that your body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? So the middle age spread you're experiencing isn't actually your fault. It's simply your body's way of trying to keep your estrogen levels high. So I would do an entire read through of the script. So Ryan would have the read through, he would have the script, and then he would have the recording to make the video. This is the best way to record your video. We have over 4 years recorded hundreds and hundreds of videos, and we have honed this to perfection, that this is the way that you should do your video script. I have given you so many examples of scripts here. I've also taught you how to create the script and how to break it down. So let me give you let me give you another way that you can do it. So rather than doing it that way and just having someone read you the words and then you repeat them, you can hire an auto cue. For the last 2 videos, we actually hired an auto cue, and then we went ahead and just bought one because it was only £300, which is about $500, which is nothing for my company. So we went ahead and bought one. I said, Ryan, this is fucking unbelievable. I cannot believe that we have not done this for years. And so the auto cue has been an absolute game changer. And the video actually I'm just about to show you was me reading from an auto cue. So basically what it works is you download an app. We've linked to it in the PDF. You download an app to an iPad. And I think you can maybe do it with an iPhone too, but I think it needs to be with an iPad for the one we use. So, and basically the auto cue goes over the front of the camera, and then the iPad sits like this underneath, and you upload the script into the app, and then you set the playing speed, and you have to play around with it to see what speed you read at. Do lots of practicing in advance. And then you simply read from the auto cue, which is right in front of the camera. Now you have to practice this loads. What I do is, as the words are coming in my peripheral vision, I actually focus on the camera like this. And as you're focusing on the camera, because it's not very wide, you can actually read the words in your peripheral vision without taking your eye off the camera. Because otherwise you can end up doing this and kind of squinting and reading the words a little bit to look, and it looks like you're reading, and you absolutely don't want that to happen. Now if you're not good at doing this, I never had to practice because I've done so many videos, but if you're not good at recording videos, you do have to practice in advance. I would download that app, upload the script, set it in front of you, and practice reading it and reading it and reading it and animating it and thinking about how you're going to deliver it, and really get good at it before the recording. We can actually do it now that Ryan, my creative director, can arrive at my house. We usually record in my gym now. So he can arrive at my house, set up all the lights, right? Mic me up, set up the auto cue. I come into the gym, get, excuse me, I'm burping, get everything, stand in front of the camera, read off the auto cue, and he can be gone within 30 minutes. I used to find recording videos kind of exhausting and almost stressful. Like, it is actually exhausting recording videos because you're using a lot of emotional energy. You're sucking in your stomach, especially because I'm usually wearing skimpy clothes. You're lifting your chest. You have to stay very, very focused. And I honestly get exhausted after recording videos. It takes a lot of emotional energy. And sometimes I just get really burnt out and I just can't do it anymore. I can only record probably, oh my goodness, I think the most we've done in a day is maybe 3 sales videos in a day, or 2 webinar videos and a sales video. Last time we recorded, I think we did a digital marketing blueprint video, and we did the menopause sales video as well. We did those both in the same day, and they were fine because I was reading from the auto cue. The auto cue is actually much less exhausting for me than doing it the previous way that I had told you, but you just have to play around and see what works for you. What else have I written here? Okay, so how to write your script. Okay, so I have a specific formula for how to write your script. And the formula I use is this. Again, this is all written down in the PDF for you. Start with a punchline. So very similar to writing a Facebook ad, you must start with a punchline. What is the main problem your customer suffers from? That is the line that must go first. Then once you've done that, once you have their attention with the opening line, you start telling a story. Tell a short story of how you or some of your clients have suffered from this exact problem and how you find a solution. So, and again, there's loads and loads of scripts underneath. In fact, let me just pull out those 2 points and see the script that that I've created. So here we are, menopause main sales video. This was 2 minutes long. So start with the punchline. Here's the punchline. In menopause, did you know that your body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? Now, that is a big thing that many, many women don't know. In menopause, your body tries to create more fat store. It creates insulin resistance in your cells to divert energy to fat store because fat stores are actually a secondary source of producing estrogen. So your body wants to create more estrogen. So it tries to create more fat store in order to stimulate more estrogen production. Isn't that absolutely mind-blowing? And so I wanted to start with that. And then I wanted to say the middle-age spread you're experiencing isn't actually your fault. Because a lot of women go, why is my body putting on body fat? Why have I got this middle-age spread? Why have I got this? They don't know why. So basically what I'm saying is your body does it on purpose and it's not your fault. Boom. Now I've got their attention. Then I go into a story about, and I don't actually tell my personal story in this, but I do go into another story and you'll read it. The good news is you can stop the middle-age menopause spread and still have shredded six-pack abs all the way through menopause. So I talk about, the problem they're experiencing and the reasons they're experiencing it. So I'm connecting with my audience. So then you introduce the solution. So you say how you've packed this solution into unique, amazing product or program. So you talk about the problem they're experiencing. You talk about the issues that they're having, that it's not their fault, that this is a common problem that many people suffer from, and how you have the solution. And then you present the solution and give the details. Then you talk about the details of the program, how it solves the problem your customer suffers from, and give brief details of what they get from the program, which are the specifics. You get meal plans, you get access to a private Facebook group, you get this, all of the things they specifically get in very short format. But the main goal of your video is to show your customer that you understand their problem and you have the solution. They don't care how you solve the problem. They just want to know that you understand their problem and you have the solution. And then you can give them a few brief details, but that's what your sales page is for. Your sales video is basically just to demonstrate that you understand their problem and you have the solution to their problem to get their attention, to get them to turn the page. Remember from Tuesday's lesson, you're just trying with the video to get them to turn the page, to go to the sales page to get more information. Then they turn the next page, they go to the sales, they go to the purchase page, and then they actually purchase. Then you finish with a call to action. So then you give a call to action as to how they can purchase or download your program. So what else have I written here? A couple more pointers before I show you a couple of examples of this. You want to create a professional look. So it's really not as expensive as you think to hire someone to shoot your video, and it will make your video 1,000,000 times more professional. They will have good lighting, be able to mic you up so the sound quality is good, and you can choose a location that matches what you're selling if possible. I used to record my videos in my trainer's gym after hours on a Sunday evening when the gym was closed, because obviously my programs are fitness programs. So I used to say to Mark, do you mind if I use your gym? He gave me the keys. It was closed. We recorded in there with lights, and that's where I recorded most of my sales videos. Now that I have my own gym at home, I record all my videos in there. The location you choose should not have too much echo and preferably contain soft furnishings. If you can't manage this, bring sheets and duvets to dampen the sound. I cannot tell you how important this is. A good editor can soften the pitch of your voice, but the sound should be as good as possible to begin with. Okay, so what about clothes and stuff? Well, I wear an outfit that will show off my toned shoulders and washboard abs, as I want the people watching the video to see that I am trustworthy and I walk the talk. So if you're selling a fitness program, or you're selling a makeup program, or you're selling some kind of, whatever you're selling, you must look like you walk the talk. You know the way if you go into a hairdresser, the first thing you do is look at all of the hairdresser's hair? because they work in a hairdresser, and so they are showcasing the product. So I am showcasing my product. So I always make sure that I have, if I'm talking about how the menopause program is going to give you a shredded abs and a washboard stomach. Well, I want to have my washboard stomach on show to prove I know what I'm talking about. And I am actually menopausal and I have a shredded stomach. And if I can do it, you can too. That's basically what you're saying. You're giving a visual representation of your program as much as you possibly can. When we recorded the DMB launch videos we did it in my office. As I wasn't selling a fitness program, I was selling a business program. So I made myself look more businessy. But what did I do? I'm selling a program teaching people how to make 6 figures from a launch. So I had on my man's diamond Rolex that my husband bought me as a gift. I had on my diamond wedding rings, which I don't wear very often. I had on my diamond studs, which I do wear every single day. I wanted to I put on my diamond bracelet. So I wanted to create an expensive kind of look. I wore a nice kind of tank top that showed off my arms. I always put highlighter on. In fact, I think I have it on today. I'm not sure if you can see it. You can't really see it there. I always put highlighter on my chest and my elbows, or my delts, sorry. Anything is going to be on show, I put highlighter there, but never put highlighter on your face because it just makes you look greasy. I do my own hair and makeup now for my videos, but I always used to get them professionally done. But now I do my own hair. I can do my own makeup. I just always make sure I'm very, very well powdered. Even before I go live here, I use I take the shine off my face with just a powder compact. I don't wear any shine on my lips. There was one day I wore like a gloss on my lips. Oh my God. And the lights just shone off my lips in the video and they looked terrible. And we had to re-record. Never put glitter or shine anywhere on your face, never on your lips. Everything's super matte for the camera. But just make sure that you present yourself in a way that is polished and professional. Yes, you're trying to look natural, but you're also trying to look like someone who should be taken seriously. I also put a little link in the PDF to the tan that I use. People always ask me what tan I use. I use a tan called Lusotan. The founder of the company is actually in this group. She's a good friend of mine. And we always do loads of stuff together. She's a phenomenal businesswoman, and Lusotan ship worldwide. It's LUSSOTAN. I think it's .com. And I think that if you use the code KIM35, you'll get a 35% discount at checkout. And we actually probably have a bundle as well we can give you access to, and we do really good discounts for Lusotan. So I always make sure that I put my tan on in advance and that I, look and feel great whenever I'm recording my videos, because you don't want to look like a hot mess. You want to look like you kind of know what you're talking about, and it's really important as to how you present yourself. Says she's sitting here in a hoodie with her hair in a bun, but this is paid recorded content, so I think it's fine. What else have I said? Put it all together. Want to see the entire process from start to finish. So what I have done for you is, whenever we were recording, wasn't December past, it was December 2020. We released a program called the 12-Day Holiday Shred. I was recording we were in the middle of the $1 Million Mentor program, and I was recording the videos here in the office, and I got one of the girls to record me going live on Facebook, and we posted it to that group. So you actually got to see the behind the scenes of me doing the video content. Now, the video, me recording the video, wasn't me reading from an auto cue or Ryan reading me the words and me repeating them back. It was actually the way we were still doing them then, which was me just talking ad lib to the camera. And then, so I've uploaded to the guide section of this group. I've uploaded me recording the content, then me recording the fitness videos, both shot live. And then I've also uploaded the actual finished videos. So you can see all of the content that was recorded, and then you can also see what it turned into at the end. Because I think seeing that visual representation of it being recorded and then the finished product you'll be like, oh my God, I cannot believe so little of that footage that we saw recorded was actually used in the video. And it'll give you a sense of exactly what to do. In your PDF here, I also give you loads of script examples that I have written for various programs. Oh yeah, 2 things actually, or one more thing I want to tell you before I show you some examples is you need to have 2 different types of videos, okay? The first one is going to be a sales video, which is going to be about 2 minutes long. And that sales video is going to go on your sales page. So, and then you want to create a shorter version for Facebook. We used to upload 2-minute videos to Facebook, but Facebook have started penalizing people who upload long videos. They want it to be short videos, about 1 minute long. long. So we now create 2 versions of all of our videos. We create one for the sales page, which is 2 minutes long. And then I go through the script and I take out all of the bits that I want taken out to cut it down to a 1-minute video. So your video, you'll only record the content once, but your editor will create 2 different videos. And I've also put all of that into the PDF as well. So you can see the full script. And then I've done strike throughs where you can see all of the content that we took out in order to make a shorter 1-minute video. And all those scripts are in there for you as well. And so what I would say is make sure you use the scripts as the basis for your own. You can actually do this exactly the same way. Just take one script that really resonates with you and do this exactly the same way I taught you to do the sales video. You basically just go through it line by line and you just rewrite my video or my video script in your own words. Just use it as the basis for your own and you're not going to have to reinvent the wheel and it's going to be super, super easy for you. Okay, so I am going to share with you. Let's see what I'm going to share with you. Okay, so Ryan Wilson, my creative director, just sent me through the menopause sales video. I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview of it because it has not been seen anywhere else because this program launches on Monday the 18th. So I just wanted to show you, I can't show you it being recorded, obviously, but I just want to show you the main video that we have created. Let me just see where it opens up. Oh, yes. Oh, it says, sorry, we couldn't find that page. Well, that's no good. He must have taken it down. That's really annoying. I was watching it a minute ago. Let me just message him and say, Ryan, it says the link is no longer working. Is there somewhere I can view it again? Okay, so let's see if he sends that through while we're here doing this video. If not, so while we're waiting on that, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you very briefly the videos. Let me just share this part of the screen. I'm going to show you the videos that I uploaded. Let me just go here. These are the ones that I'm going to upload, that we're uploading into the group for you, so you can see these. So let me just press play on this for a little minute. I'm going to scroll through. Hey guys. Terrible lighting in here. So right, so this is me recording here. Okay. Let's make this full screen. That's probably the best intro I've ever done. Okay. Still good position, yeah? Yeah, so, yeah, so. Okay. Why only 12 days? I wanted to create a program that was only 12 days long, simply because nobody wants to be shredding for 2 weekends over the holiday season. Anybody can diet over 1 weekend, but I wanted to create a program that started on a Monday, that took you through the first week and weekend, and ended on a Friday. So you can move into the second weekend in the holiday period feeling fabulous. Is the program designed to be done in the gym? So you can hear Christina's asking me questions in the background. She said, is the program designed to be done in the gym? And then I answer it. Oh, this program. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it's just a bloody road out there. It's so noisy. Like that room is so quiet. And this. Do you see how stop-start we are? Okay, read again, Christina. Is this program designed to be done in a gym? This program is designed to be done at home using only resistance bands. It's an absolutely killer workout. However, if you do have access to a gym or a home gym, you could substitute the resistance bands for whatever equipment you have. It is my most versatile program to date. Is there cardio on the program? So this actually didn't show me stopping and starting very much. There was quite a lot of stopping and starting in that, and me kind of messing it around. Let me jump on a bit here and see what happens here. I really don't think it'll make a difference, Ryan, honestly, but do you want yours? Yeah, tell me the notes again. Because you want something comforting and carby before you sleep, and also helps your muscles repair overnight. Yeah, okay. So you see, Christina's prompting me and telling me what, I've written in my notes and stuff, and then I'm just recording it. Now, this video was 42 minutes long. So that's how long we recorded for. And then where do you see then what happened? This is the other one we're uploading here. This is me just recording I'll show you this very briefly.
So many of you are interested.
This is just me recording the exercises.
3, 2, 1, and action.
So as you can see, I'm just recording the exercises for the program, but you can watch that as well. And then this is the final program. This is the final video that it turned into. So let me just show you this, and then we'll talk about it in a second. Oh, shit. Why did the volume go off? Oh, here.
The 12-day holiday shred.
Hang on one second.
The 12-day holiday shred is designed simply to burn fat. I want to get you completely shredded in only 12 days. We would expect the participants who follow the program closely could lose up to 10 pounds of both fat and water. This is a full dress size. So it's the perfect program to use if someone had a party to go to or a special event coming up, or they just wanted to feel a little slimmer for the holiday season. I wanted to create a program that got epic results in a really short space of time. This program is designed to be done using only resistance bands. It's an absolutely killer workout. The cardio is slow, steady cardio. It can be done on a treadmill, it can be done on a Stairmaster, or it can simply be walking outside. This boosts the metabolism twice a day and maximizes fat loss. I have taken all of the guesswork out of the meal planning and provided something which is really simple, easy to prepare, and easy to follow. There is an absolutely epic competition with this program. We are awarding $1,000 each to the top 12 transformations that are made after the 12 days. This program is predominantly done as a shred. It is designed to burn maximum body fat in the minimum amount of time to get you ready for the holiday season.
So let's talk about this for a second. So what happened with that video? Do you see how it kept your attention the whole way through? The reason why it kept your attention the whole way through is because the screen was continually moving. And do you see how little of me talking actually went into it? So, that is the secret to a good sales video. It has to be stock footage and this coming in and animation. And the reason why we usually shoot in 4K, because then your video editor can zoom in on your face and zoom out. And even if you're talking, they can zoom in, zoom out, come sideways. So the whole thing about the video is the screen has to be continually moving. So Ryan has said, he's just messaged me to say that nothing had changed. For some reason, the settings had changed. He doesn't know why, but he's just changed it back. So I'm going to show you the menopause one, which is slightly more simple. And we can watch this one as well. Not sure why that happened. Maybe, sorry, I'm just responding to him. I asked Maya, my assistant, to reach out to Ryan about creating a playlist for you guys of all of our sales videos, so you would have access to them. You are welcome. You'll see. So let me just pull up this sales video now and close WhatsApp so it's not dinging. And then I'm going to add this in, and this is one that hasn't even been released yet. So you're getting early access. This one is going live on Monday this one is 2 minutes long. So we haven't cut it down for Facebook ads yet. This is the sales page video. So I can't actually show you I don't have access yet to the Facebook ads video, but I just wanted to show you this one so you can see how similar it is.
In menopause, did you know that your body diverts more energy to fat store on purpose? So the middle-age spread you are experiencing isn't actually your fault. It's simply your body's way of trying to keep your estrogen levels high. But the good news is that you can actually stop the middle-aged spread and still have shredded six-pack abs all the way through menopause. And this is exactly what I teach inside my brand new 12-week menopause shred. Getting shredded and staying lean in menopause isn't about dieting. It's about eating and exercising in a way that balances your hormones and manages your menopausal symptoms. It's knowing what food will stop your body from diverting energy to fat stores and what workouts will effectively build lean muscle and burn fat. The Menopause Shred does not have complicated meal plans that require hours of preparation. Instead, it will teach you simple rules that mean you can eat as much as you want and still shred fat. It also contains 48 brand new delicious recipes created by my very own private chef. The follow-along workouts are designed to be done at home, and there's even a specialist supplement guide designed specifically for the menopause stage of life and a community of coaches from all around the world to support you. The change of life does not need to mean that your life completely changes. We know what you're going through, and I promise that this program will help you glide through menopause happy, healthy, and shredded. To join the program, simply click the link below for instant access. And I cannot wait to meet you inside our menopause community.
And there's a call to action at the end. So a really good call to action slide at the end. So you'll notice the difference in the two videos. So one of them was created by Mark, my creative director, who is extremely skilled in creating videos. And actually, I believe that Mark is in this group. So anybody who wants to reach out to Mark about creating a video for him, pretty sure you can. I think he's actually still creating videos for some clients. So his name is Mark Capel. I might be able to talk him into doing a wee Q&A or something for you guys if he is indeed looking for new clients. Mark, if you're watching this, hi. Let me know if you're looking for new clients. We could do a bit of promo in the group. So Mark, you know, there is a big difference in the two videos. Mark is a highly, highly, highly skilled video editor. I'm not saying that Ryan isn't, but it's kind of, you know, but that is Mark's bread and butter. That's what he's done as a very skilled director. He's won awards and so he is much more, his videos are much more animated and have a lot more layers to them, a lot more coloring, a lot more, I'm conscious now that Mark might be watching this and I want to do it justice what I'm saying. So anyway, his videos are, I guess, more attention grabbing. And we did worry that when Mark left and Ryan took over, because his skill is more in videography. He makes very good videos, as you can see, but they're not on Mark's level. But what we realized is that as skilled as Mark is at what he does, for our particular videos, which are really just delivering content, the videos that Ryan creates are doing really, really well. They're performing just as well as Mark's videos because of the entire marketing matrix. Now, what I would say is if you're relying only on video content, then you absolutely should hire someone of Mark's caliber. You totally should, because if you're relying only on video content to sell your program, which no one in this group is, then you do need to spend a lot of money on it and make sure it's done well. If the video is part of your marketing matrix that I'm teaching you here inside this program, then you're not going to find someone of Mark's caliber, or you're not going to be able to afford to hire them. So having a really good sales video, like I've just shown you, the menopause one, just want to show you the difference between the two, that is perfectly acceptable for what it is that you're trying to create. Just make sure that your video delivers the information clearly, that it is well shot, well lit, that there's, that your sound is good, and that you hire a good video editor. You can hire people online on Fiverr, on People Per Hour. You can look at their reels. That's what I always do. I always ask them to send me their reels. I look at the reels and what they've created. And if I see something that is kind of similar to what I want, then I will go with that person. So that is how you hire a really good creative director. Okay, so that is the end of this training. Like I said, most of the video content is actually in the PDF. So definitely go and read it and start to practice, writing your scripts. And you'll see how this whole thing pulls together, how creating your Facebook ads is kind of like creating your video content. And, you just have to get really, really good at speaking directly to your customers' pain points and being very concise with what you're teaching, and also to what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, to be concise with what you're saying, to be short and concise with what you're saying, because most people just speak too much, write too much, put too many words in, stuff their sales pages full of too much stuff. The simpler you can make something, the more you will sell. And that is just the way it works. So I hope you have enjoyed these modules. Vanessa is going to take over in 2 weeks. So you're going to have a 2-week break now to implement everything that I have taught, so that when Vanessa starts to teach your Facebook ads, you can hit the ground running. I'm going to be live here next Wednesday for another Q&A, and the Wednesday after for another Q&A. And then Vanessa is taking over for 8 weeks, and she will be running all of the training and all of the Q&As. And then we will move into the final portion of the program, which is the 3-month implementation phase. And for those of you who are in the Gold program, we will have weekly live Zoom sessions where you'll be able to connect with either me or Vanessa or one of the team to ask questions that, as you're working through doing the content, then, any problems that you come up with, we can help you troubleshoot those. Anyone who wants to upgrade to the Gold portion of the program, we do have options for you to do that as well. You can decide later. You don't have to decide now. And for those of you who cannot, if it's not within your budget to do the Gold program, we are still going to be here to support you in the group while you are working through the content. So don't worry, we have your back no matter what level you chose. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure teaching you. I am sure there's going to be lots of things I'm going to want to add in and teach you, little things that I've possibly missed or I need to elaborate on further as we move through the next 5 months of the program. But I just wanted to let you know how much I've enjoyed teaching, how much I've enjoyed being here with you guys. And I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as me. And I will see you next Wednesday for another live Q&A. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you guys all next Wednesday. Mwah. Sending you big hugs and kisses from me, and I'll talk to you all soon.